Yo, it's your boy 3CP, and this is one of my first NFL recaps. We're gonna recap the NFL through the week one. I said I was gonna do it last week, but I had something recorded, but I just didn't think it was good enough. But we're gonna do this as something new, and I'll probably do it like some predictions for like before the game starts. So be looking for more of that, just a lot of stuff about football. So as you know, we're gonna go here with the start off. As you see, the Kansas City and Patriots are going on as we speak right now. So right now, Patrick is not looking good right now. He just threw an interception, and I'm like, wow. But they should be able to be all right in the second half. But start out with the Rams and these Broncos. The Rams, they're a pretty good team. They got the defense, they got the offense, they got the 6-0. I mean, they got Brandon Cooks. They got then they got Travis Benjamin or another receiver. No, they got another receiver they hooked up. The number can sue on defense. Aaron Donald, pretty much one of those dream team type teams. And but the Broncos with Case Keenum and all that, and Todd Gurley just a monster. That dude is a beast. But Case Keenum, I've never been really sold on Case Keenum. I mean, he had that good year last year with the Vikings. But I just not sold on him as a starting quarterback in the NFL. But as you can see, he did keep the game close. I mean, he made some good throws, and he made some good plays. Like right here, he's gonna hit the boy Emmanuel Sanders and throw it over top. And like, what was he pointing at? Yeah, he's saying he can't hold him. He can't hold him. He can't hold him. That's what he's telling him. You can't hold me. You can't hold me. So yeah. Case Keenum does some stuff like that, but he's gonna let you down when it's time to rise. He's gonna let you down. But after this, the Rams, they moving on, and they're looking good. So we're gonna keep it going here with the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Man, Ryan Fitzmagic is gone. Like there's no Ryan more. What happened? This dude Fitzpatrick came out 3 weeks, or 2 or 3 weeks, and he came out this thinking everybody, yeah, I'm a good quarterback, just selling these dreams to the fans, making everybody believe that they was finna just come out and just do some things, and then he just gets benched after that horrible game against the Patriots. Was it the Patriots he lost to? And then another horrible game the next week. I mean, he still threw for like 400 yards, but he went back to Pick Patrick, as G. Meyer would call him. Ryan Pick Patrick, yeah, he is back. But Jameis Winston came back, and Jameis Winston, he's throwing some. He was looking all right, even though they got the loss. They was close, but Matty Dry Ice, as another one with G. Meyer. Like anything that must to do G. Meyer, man. I'm used to calling these guys the names that he calls them because it's just so. I listen to the dude's podcast all the time, his NFL recaps, and some of the stuff he says, I pretty much agree with it. Like he'll say Matt Ryan is not going to lead this team to another Super Bowl. He's not going to be the reason they lose. Reason they win another Super Bowl. You Atlanta Falcons fans, I know y'all be like, hey, Matty Ice is the truth and stuff, but 28-3, man. 28-3. That's all I can think of. 28-3. And he's just not gonna cut it. I mean, he can throw some good. He can make some yards. He can do some yards. He can throw some passes, get some touchdowns. Big offense. I can see them. They got the offense rolling, but when it comes down to it in that playoffs, I mean, we've seen what he did in the Super Bowl, but when it comes down to it, man, he's gonna let you down. He's gonna let you down, and he's gonna make you not want to be an Atlanta Falcons fan. I mean, y'all Atlanta Falcons fans should be mad about the Super Bowl. Like, I don't see how you can lose the game that high. Like, you was up 28-3, and you let Tom Brady come back and beat you. I can't with these Atlanta Falcons, man. But hey, y'all Atlanta Falcon people, let me know what do y'all feel about Matt Ryan. So we're gonna keep going though with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Wow, this was a close one here. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati was really, really close. And Marvin Lewis is still the head coach of this team, and I have no idea how he's still a head coach. I mean, look, he's losing every single playoff game. He can get you. They're gonna win in the regular season. They're gonna do that. But when they didn't make the playoffs last year, I thought, yeah, he definitely gonna get fired. But nope, they gave him extension. But he comes out here, Andy Dalton. He's still trying to be. He's okay. I wouldn't put him in no elite type quarterback position. Like I put Andy Dalton on the level of like guys like Case Keenum, Kirk Cousins type guys, like those guys. He's around there, and as you know, the Steelers they still haven't heard from Levy. They said they haven't heard from this guy. Like he just, I thought he said he's coming back, and then they said they haven't even heard from dude just selling dream. I don't know. They just need to just cut him, let him go. I mean, he's missing a lot of money. I don't see how unless he's probably saved up a lot of his game checks, and he's like, I don't need to be. That's why he's probably taking the pay cut. But I mean, I'm taking the not coming in and just staying away from the team. But eventually you're gonna have to sign with somebody to do something. Do what you need to make your money, and what are you gonna do? So I think they just need to just let him go, cut him, trade him, do something, because he's just gonna be a distraction to the team. But since the Antonio Brown though, this dude Antonio Brown, he just burns when he burnt this whole team in that one play ran. I think it's gonna show it right here, no, but at the end of what was that? A few seconds left, he just burns them and makes the win. Like that dude Antonio Brown is a beast. He's one of the best receivers in the league. I can give him that. Like I know Ben Roethlisberger used to complain about not having big receivers and tall receivers. He had like Hines Ward, Santonio Holmes and stuff, and he always complained about not having big tall receivers. But come on, man, you got a guy like Antonio Brown. Look at Juju though, with the catch though. That was just nasty. That was excellent. That was disgusting right there, the catch. But yeah, the Steelers, they'll be all right. I think Le'Veon is good, but they don't need him, I don't believe. But we're gonna keep it going with the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. And I didn't see a lot about this game, but I know G Maya's podcast, he has the title showing that they got cheated, and I don't know if that being them getting cheated on something, I don't know if it helped them win the game, because from look like it, they were just getting, the Chargers were just, as Chisel O'Donnell would say, just rubbing their nutsack all over the Browns right here with 38-14. Melvin Gordon just beasting these dudes. Like, I don't know. I mean, actually, I think the Browns should be at least like 4-1, or they should at least have 4 wins. You see, the tie they lost, the 3 games they did lose are close games. Besides this game right here, where the last three games they tie, and the 2 losses, they should at least have a good 500 record, because I mean they've been playing okay, but they just can't get through like the crazy kicker Zane Gonzalez. I'd rather have a man. Shout out to Chisel Adonis. That dude is a horrible kicker. Kickers in the NFL are just so bad this year. I don't know what's going on with these guys, but yeah, it's just not a good year for the Browns. I mean, it's better. They finally got some wins. They finally got 2 wins, but it's still just not it's just not working out. And that guy, why did he didn't block that guy? That guy blocked him, but he didn't. He's from the block for Baker Mayfield. Then he just stopped. Like, what the hell is going on? But Philip Rivers still doing his thing. Philip Rivers, he's always been working with less than he has. Like, always have hurt receivers, somebody hurt and stuff, but he's still been able to just do what he needs to do to make the team win. He's just throwing dots all over the field right now. And yeah, this dude weird. That's one of those catches where now that right there was the infamous what's this guy, Golden Tate catch. They kind of look like the Golden Tate catch, the catch that ruined Madden. No, I would say the OBJ catch ruined Madden, and that was all solely on Brandon Carr. Making it OBJ make that catch. Brandon Carr is the reason Madden has been so bad. But let's move on, and we're going here with the Bills and the Texans. The Texans and the Bills, man. The Bills, wow. The Bills, I don't understand how this guy Nathan Peterman is an NFL quarterback. Like, how? Look at that. What the? But I mean, that was that. I think Josh Allen got hurt in this game or something. But this dude Nathan Peterman, he throws like some of the worst passes I've ever seen. Like how is he a quarterback in the NFL? How did he get drafted? How was he in college? I gotta look up some college highlights of this guy because I'm just not sold that this dude made it to the NFL. He's got to be selling people dreams. He's got to be a like it must be like a trick or something. They must be playing like a joke on us or something. And they're like, this is just an experiment. We're gonna see if we have a guy who sucks at the game and make him into a quarterback or something. Because this dude Nathan Peterman's thrown more picks in his life than I thrown in Madden, man. But the Texans, after getting that crazy, and yes, Andrew, my so lucky win over us Cowboys with the spin moves of death. But damn, that was a nasty catch by Hopkins though. Hopkins with the spin moves of death last week, and then making a big catch there. They move on. I mean, the Browns are just not. I mean, the Buffalo Bills, they're not that great, man. After they beat the Vikings, I think that was just one of those just once in a thing. Like this is one of them days that just happen where you just have bad games. And the Vikings, even though they're kind of bad at times, it was just it was just not their time. And right, the Texans just did what they needed to do with them. And yeah, that's all I said. This is crazy. But now let's move on to this game. I saw a little bit of this game. The Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Wow, this one was crazy because when the dude fumbled the ball at the 1 yard line, the dude Grant, I thought like they was gonna lose the game. The Bears were gonna drive downfield, and they was gonna win this game. But it didn't work out like that. It didn't work out. And then I thought, after I heard, I said, well, Ryan Tannehill got hurt. And he wasn't even playing. They had Brock Osweiler. This guy right here, Brock Osweiler, playing. Like, oh yeah, they're definitely in trouble. There's no way they're gonna win with Brock Osweiler at the quarterback. No. But Brock Osweiler actually did some okay throws, and they actually pulled it out. Like, that was surprising. Because Brock Osweiler, man, the dude is so bad. I think actually he's not worse than Nathan Peterman. I think I would take I would take Brock Osweiler over Nathan Peterman because Nathan Peterman is just really bad. But as you can see, that's Brock Osweiler right there doing Brock Osweiler things right there, throwing picks. Like I said, the dude he's not a good quarterback. But believe that the defense pretty much I didn't get to see what happened at the end, but I know they put it out with I believe a field goal, and the defense did save them because they didn't let them score in overtime and win the game. So yeah, this was a big win. That guy Grant, when he fumbled, I know he was on the sideline with his hands in his head like he's crying and stuff, and they ended up just pulling out the win. So he pretty much lucky. He's lucky that they got saved like that because they should have won it right there. That would have been game over, and he just fumbled it. It would have been all his fault. Bang, that was a horrible pass right there. Brock Osweiler, like I said, man, the dude just throws. He's so bad, and they're lucky to win this game. So let's move on. Arizona, Minnesota. Minnesota, as I said, the Minnesota Vikings, they were a joke to me after they got beat by the Bills, and I really just couldn't take these guys serious. Kirk Cousins, like I said, I don't know what to say about Kirk Cousins because after they, the stuff with RG3 and everything, I wasn't so sold on what the heck? He threw it right to his lineman and the ball went right back to it. That's some Madden stuff right there. That's something definitely happened in Madden. But when he was on the team, RG3 was on there, and he would come in some games, play good, then play bad. I always thought that RG3 was a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. But I guess Kirk Cousins, he's lasted longer. He's been able to do better than RG3. And the more I look at the dude, like, he does make some okay plays, but I don't know. He's just like Case Keenum. I'm just not that sold on him to be like, yeah, he's the guy. But I mean, he knows his position right here. This is a beautiful run, beautiful. And but that defense, bro, the defense kind of let down when they when you get leaped over by Josh Allen, Anthony Boyd, you just can't take this defense serious. But they ended up doing what they need to do against these Arizona Cardinals, because Cardinals are just kind of bad. Got a rookie quarterback out there playing, and they're just not doing anything. Carson Palmer finally retired. That dude right there was so bad. That dude was throwing balls to the defender, and his receivers would have to literally make play with cornerback and knock the passes down so there wouldn't be interceptions. I mean, it was just so crazy. That should have been the face mask right there. Looked like it. But not much really to say about how, because I mean, it's expected. You gotta beat the Cardinals if you're trying to go back to the playoffs and stuff and make big wins and make it to the Super Bowl. You gotta beat teams like this. So yeah, the Vikings get the win, and we're gonna move it on to the Jets. Jets and the Colts. Didn't really see much of this game. Didn't really see no highlights on this game, but I can tell you one thing. Andrew Luck. This dude Andrew Luck, man, he's been playing kind of bad. He's been playing kind of bad and kind of good. He's still gonna throw picks and everything, and he's gonna still do his thing. Hold up, the boy Pat just threw a touchdown. Though. Let's go, Pat. Forget these Jets and Falcons and Colts right now. Pat just threw a touchdown. That was a long one too. It ain't over yet. But yeah, like I said, as I see it, I think he just threw a pick right there. Did he just throw a pick right there? Yeah. I tell you, this dude, Andrew Luck, man. You just don't know what to say. Well, that's Butterfingers right there. His running back had Butterfingers. That was on the running back. He should have really caught that. He wish he'd have caught that. But Andrew he still can make some plays. So touchdown like right there, he can make a touchdown. And like they kept it close, and they could have beat the team, but they're going up against this guy Sam Darnold. Another rookie quarterback, and he's been playing pretty good. So I don't like the Jets to do anything though. There might be they're 2-3, 3-3 now, but I don't expect them to do much to like compete for the playoffs or nothing. But they're building their team. I think they got their quarterback that they need. And the Colts, they're just not that great right now. They got a lot of things to do, a lot of stuff to work on. Andrew Luck, I don't know what's the deal with him. I know he's been hurt and everything, but I still think they should have pulled out this win right here. As this dude, these Butterfingers, all these dudes got Butterfingers. But we're gonna move it on to the Seahawks and the Raiders. The Gruden Grinders. John Gruden is not going to stay 10 years at the Raiders. I don't see why they signed him that contract. There's no way he stays that long. The Raiders are just a joke right now. The Seahawks just pretty much rubbed their whole nutsack over these guys. Did whatever they wanted to do with them. Not much to say about this. John Gruden letting go of or trading whatever they did with Khalil Mack. You see what he's doing in Chicago. You just can't take these guys serious. They're a joke. But shout out to Jeremy Lane. Like I said, y'all see my picture on Instagram. I posted. He came to the party we had down here Saturday, and I got a picture with him. I know he's not on the Seahawks no more. But he told me he's still in the NFL. He's still in the NFL. So he's taking a little time off, I guess. But yeah, he's from my city, so of course, he came to the party. He was this one guy who throws parties in the city, and he was having this big party, and Jeremy came through his Bentley and stuff. So shout out to Jeremy Lane. But yeah, the Seahawks they had to win this game. It was easy. They just expected, because the guys, like I said, the Raiders are a joke. Not much to say about it. So we're gonna go on and move on to these Redskins and the Panthers. I actually thought the Panthers was going to win this game. I actually said the Panthers are going to win this game. But it didn't happen. And I still think it was interference on that play, the last play, where Cam Newton threw the ball and the guy kind of got held and he missed the ball. He dropped it. But what can you say? They should have just took care of business early in the game. Alex checked down Smith is throwing dots, throwing touchdowns and stuff, as you see. But hey, I don't know about Alex Smith. Like when he was in Carson City, yeah, he was good, but he wasn't that deep throw type guy. But I guess he's good enough to get you. Like he's good enough to get you what you need for right now. He's good enough, but I don't like when they got who they play. They play us next week. Yeah, I don't even see them beating the Cowboys like they can. Like I don't. It might be a close game, but I swear I know we're not gonna let Alex Smith go downfield and look like Peyton Manning or anything. So, but the Panthers should have won this game though. They really should have won this game. It came down to the end, and Cam Newton just couldn't make it. Bad read. I think it's a bad read because he could have made. They could have put up a better play than that. But of course, I still think it was pass interference though. Like they should have called some type of flag on it, but they didn't, and the Panthers lose that one. So move on to as we talk about the Cowboys. Wow, Cowboys and the Giants. What can I say about this is what hasn't been said. The dudes just put the Cowboys pretty much rub their whole nutsack, their whole entire nutsack, balls, everything on these guys right here, these Jaguars. They pretty much just had their way. This was number one defense. No, Jaden Ramsey, all the guys, they just look like a complete joke out there. Brock Osweiler throwing picks after pick, and it's not much to say about these. I mean, hell, the way Cowboys made, the way we made these dudes look, the way the Dallas Cowboys made these dudes look, they look like the Cowboys. I mean, the Jaguars of old when Dallas beat them. What was that? What, last year or year before, or Dak's first year when we played them in London? They looked like the terrible Jaguars then. Like that's what they look like out here. Like you wouldn't think that. Okay, that was crazy how you got that back. But you would not think that the Jaguars almost was one game away from the Super Bowl when you went seeing the beating the playing the Cowboys like this. Now, how inconsistent we are, the Dallas Cowboys, but they're gonna probably end up having one of those games where the receivers can't catch nothing next week and against the Redskins. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But Dak was doing his thing. He looked real good. And look at that. Did you see Zeke right there? He was wide open. Tony Romo pointed that out too after that play happened. Zeke was wide open, but they did it. Well, Dak was running the ball a lot today. Like he was really running the ball a lot. He ran for like almost 80-some yards. Like that's what they need to do with Dak. If they can just keep doing that, like what was this stuff last week? So yeah. Hopefully the receivers can catch the ball and do what they need to do for next week, and they should be fine. But the Cowboys just made these guys look like a complete joke, a utter absolute joke. The Jaguars they just can't. They're just not good. But Baltimore and Tennessee, another game, like it's just not much to say about this neither. The Jaguars, I mean the Baltimore Ravens just pretty much had their way with the Tennessee Titans. I mean, Mariota just was not looking that good. He just couldn't do anything. They just pretty much said, hey, we're going to just lock you up. You're not going to do nothing. We're going to just dominate this team, and that's what they did. They said, hey, we the Ravens, and we finna come out here and just put our nut sex all over your chin right here. So, yeah, it's not much to say about that one. I mean, Joe Flacco still out here making dots. I've never been sold on Joe Flacco, even though they could have won. They won the Super Bowl with him. He's just like the other Ravens quarterback that they had. Was it Trent Dilfer when they won the Super Bowl with Ray Lewis? He's kind of like that. Like he's not that quarterback that's gonna just light it up, but he does enough to get you done. Michael Crabtree with a beautiful play, beautiful back shoulder fade there. That was nice. Yeah, not much to say about that one, man. Not much to say. And then we go with here to the Giant. Well, 49ers and the Packers. Another one where 49ers, like, they're not that. They just, when they lost Garoppolo, it was nothing else. It was not much they were going to be able to do after this, after Garoppolo. But I know the game hasn't came yet. But them losing Garoppolo is gonna be pretty much just have your way Aaron Rodgers type game, I think, because I don't think Sherman is out. And yeah, they're not gonna do much. It's not gonna look good. I'm picking the Packers, even though I hate the Packers. I'm picking them because I know they're not gonna come out and beat the Packers like that without Garoppolo and stuff. But they might surprise me. You never know. But I'm picking the Packers, and there you can see the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Giants. There's no even use to talk about them. The Giants are terrible, and that's what it is, man. But yeah, this is the week one. Well, my first week recap of this week's season. And hey, if y'all like this, we're gonna do it again next week, and I'll do some breakdown, some predictions for the next games. In a few days I'll probably do that or something. Let's just see what happens. And yeah, we out of here. Going down, third coast, game in.